That dimension that you refer to as Guru is not about me as a person, it is a possibility. It is a great privilege and the benevolence of creation that in some way you become the instrument of that possibility. I am not just with you, I shall be in you. It is my wish and my blessing that you must know this. Allow me to go through you in such a way that who you are will become an infinite possibility. This is what receiving a Guru means. May this become a living reality in this life.
A Guru is not here to interpret scriptures, but to take you to another dimension of life. People think a Guru is their philosopher or a guide, or these days a friend. Well, he is willing to be all that, but that's not the purpose for which you go to a Guru. If darkness has to become light, something has to burn. That's the only way in the physical world. Light happens, something has to burn. So Guru is not someone who gives you theories and philosophies, not someone who has scriptural knowledge and going to interpret scriptures for you, not a friend or a guide who holds a torch for you. He is the torch. He is burning. If you wish to know what it is, you should burn too.
If you are willing, I will be available to you in more ways than you can logically understand. Because a Guru is not a person. You may meet him, you may greet him, you may even mingle with him, but the personality or the persona of the Guru is not the important aspect. The persona, for me, is structured in such a way that largely, if you're reasonably unprejudiced, a persona which is acceptable to most people in the world, that is a carefully crafted persona. That is not important, that is only a knock on the door. But if you open the door, if your doors are open, then I am available to you in more ways than you can logically understand. Because this is a presence, this is an energetic possibility. As I have repeatedly said, I have initiated more people who I have not met than those that I have met. When they are open, it is possible. This whole tradition talking about a Guru will be available to you when you are willing, when your doors are open. You have heard this in many different ways. A Guru will come when you're ready. It does not mean he has to come as a person. It simply means when you are open, when you're ready, this energy, this presence which is always seeking to penetrate and make a life blossom, like sunlight, is always seeking how to touch every leaf, every flower, every life and make it blossom. Just like that, it is seeking because this is not of an individual, this is not of a person, this is the nature of grace. You just have to work towards your openness. You can be at home, you can be wherever, but the important thing is to work towards the steps of how to keep yourself open for a period of time. If you achieve this, we can initiate you wherever you are. Once you create this openness, I am not just with you, I shall be in you. This is not an empty promise, nor is this a bombastic statement. I want you to understand that dimension that you refer to as Guru is not about me as a person. It is a possibility. It is a great privilege and the benevolence of creation that in some way you become the instrument of that possibility. Being an instrument of that possibility means that in some way you have kept your persona away, that you don't stand in the way. This is all you have to do for yourself to be like a guru, that you have kept your personality away. You know how to get out of your own way. If this one thing happens, you also become that possibility. It is my wish and my blessing that you must know this. Allow me to go through you in such a way that who you are will become an infinite possibility. This is what receiving a guru means. May this become a living reality in this life.
Alright then, hope you understood that what actually grace is. To understand more, it goes this way. Energy functions in various manifestations in existence. It functions as sunlight, breeze, gravity, and it also functions as grace. The earth is trying to hug you, the breeze is trying to cool you, the sun is trying to warm you up, and the grace is trying to grow you. In other words, the grace is trying to pluck out of all the limitations in which you are stuck right now. Now, the one thing that shows that grace is working in your life, it is acting on you. The one thing that shows this is the hardships in your life. Yes, let's understand it through a small story of Krishna and Balaram. Once Balaram asked a question to Krishna when they had to leave Mathura and were going through all the hardships, walking through the forest without proper food or rest. He asked that why are all these kinds of things happening to us, and that too when you are around. Krishna answers that don't you ever dare to complain when life is happening to you in a great measure. It is because you look at certain things or certain situations as good and others as bad, certain situations as desirable and others as undesirable, and that you ask that why these things are happening to you rather than just seeing it as life. Now, why did Krishna said this? Because he said that the moment you step into a spiritual stream, life is happening to you in great measure, as if everything is fast forward. If you do not get identified with one thing as good and the other thing as bad, you will see that life will be happening to you in a great intensity, and that's all. There is no such thing as good or bad. Life is just happening. Some people enjoy it and some people suffer it. That means that entering the spiritual process means being willing to experience life in a great measure. If you have invited grace into your life and it is doing its work, if it is pulling you up, but if you drop your anchor, then you will create unnecessary struggle. If, because of any spiritual process, life is happening, it should be fine with every one of us. And if struggle is happening, it is simply because we have invited grace to pull us up. But if we drop our anchor that way, then naturally we are inviting more struggle, more than grace. This simply means that grace means that you are no longer looking for an outside source of light. That means you have become the source of light. You may not be experiencing this all the time, but still, for a moment, if you see that you are filled with light, that means grace has touched you. So, if you maintain equanimity, you will see that whatever happens in your life will bring you a step forward. If you don't see this, and if you get influenced by the outside situations, then because of the pace at which the life is happening to you, you may think that something is going wrong with your life, which it is not. So, if you want to know more about how to invite Guru's grace or Divine's grace on your home, on your family, or if you want to get sure and really experience grace, you can watch this video, link of which I have given in the description, and I highly recommend you to watch this video after completely watching this video. And at last, under the influence of grace, you will not walk around unconcerned. If you walk through life unconcerned, then you are heading through disaster. Every step you take in your life, you step on something and cause suffering. Every step you take in your life, you will step on something and will cause suffering. And if you believe that you can benefit by causing suffering to someone else, it will be only a temporary benefit. You will have to pay for it in ways that you will not even understand or you cannot even bear of. No one can escape this. Karma is this. Karma is not the concept of crime and punishment, that if you commit some crime, someone is going to punish you. Karma is a consequence of your own action. If you throw a stone up, gravity is not trying to hit you. It is rather your stone only which is coming back and knocking you down on your own head. That is karma. So, at last, hope you understood the concept of this video and you found it meaningful. And if yes, do not forget to give it a like, share and subscribe. And also, I highly recommend you to watch this video because it will have a great impact on you. I can assure you that. And at last, up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy, and namaskaram.